Hi. So this review for Captain America Brave New World is going to be a little different because I didn't have enough time to sit down, compose my thoughts, and then do a full-length YouTube video on Captain America Brave New World. But I still wanted to review it because I wanted to give you guys my thoughts. And so luckily, fate happened to give me an opportunity. So basically, when I review a movie, I mean, it's more of a recent thing, but when I review a movie, I basically make a word vomit voice note where I just go, oh, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, this is annoying, this is silly. I've just seen the film, I word vomit all into this, voice memo. And I did this with Captain America Brave New World, so what you're about to hear is basically like a podcast form of my word vomit for Captain America Brave New World. Oh, also ignore the fact that I'm wearing a Nightwing shirt to review a Marvel thing. This does not mean I'm a biased DC fanboy. No, I like comic books in general. I don't care whether it's Marvel or DC. I hate on both. I like both. It doesn't really matter. Again, I'm a fan of comic books. I love comic books, whether it be Marvel or DC, so just want to make that clear because I know there's some sections of the Marvel fanbase that will just ignore everything I said because I'm wearing a DC t-shirt. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into my word vomit thoughts review, I guess, of Captain America Brave New World.
Captain America Brave New World was fine. Like, I saw it and I thought it was like a 6 out of 10. Don't take my numbers seriously. I just review movies based on feeling. But like, yeah, I thought it was completely fine. In many ways, it felt like Falcon and the Winter Soldier Season 2, which I don't think, which is a good and bad thing, I think, because I think, yes, it does, quote unquote, like, continue the story. You know, we get the return of Isaiah Bradley.
Oh, I'm also just going to quickly jump in here and add one more thing about Isaiah Bradley. The whole thing about his suit and when he's being taken down by the White House guards and he's just like, please don't hurt my suit, don't damage the suit, please, this means so much to me. It was heartbreaking because that suit was the suit he married his dead wife in. Oh, that was really good. That was really poignant. Like, there are things in this film that are good, and in a better story, in a better film, in a better script, they'd have been incredible, but it's just not here.
But I feel like overall the story, the film story, that there wasn't like too much to it, and it was kind of underwhelming. Also, too, the main like problem with this movie is the writing, and I think someone put it actually quite best, and they were able to articulate the way I felt coming out of the cinema. The fact that you've put Anthony Mackie's Captain America on TV, and then you try and bring him back to the big screen feels like a massive misstep. Like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier Season 1 should have been a movie, and it should have been written a bit stronger. And then this movie should have been the sequel to that film. Because in many ways, it feels like we've skipped a movie. Like, say, for example, you just watched Avengers Endgame, and then you went straight to Captain America Brave New World. You wouldn't know what's going on. You'd be like, well, what's going on? I missed something. Why? He's Captain America now, but who's this Isaiah Bradley guy? And you've missed all that, like, subtext and stuff from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And the thing is that, like, I'm someone that likes Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I quite liked Season 1. It has some dumb things in it, like I hate Carly and the Flag Smashers, but I liked it overall. And one of the things that Captain America Brave New World did is that it continued to make me love Sam Wilson. Like, Anthony Mackie, no one can make me hate you. You are a charisma machine. You are so much fun to watch in interviews. And as an actor on screen playing Sam Wilson, I love him. And like, so I want to see him be Captain America. But my issue is that the film they gave him wasn't a good Captain America film. Like, you compare the quality of Brave New World to The Winter Soldier, to Civil War, it's a massive step down.
Just gonna interrupt the stream of word vomit thoughts here to plug my latest short film, The Shining Optimism of Movement Art, because yes, I am an actor and filmmaker myself. Also, if you're interested and you love fantasy like myself, check out the link in the description to my Indiegogo campaign for my upcoming fantasy short film, The Singer's Tale. Every contribution, as little as £1, is greatly appreciated.
The action is, sometimes it's serviceable, other times it's just like utterly like weightless and like mediocre, and I'm like, what is going on here? This is not up to par with the previous Captain America stuff, and I feel like in doing so, you are giving Anthony Mackie and Sam Wilson as Captain America a massive disservice. And I think one thing too, story-wise too, that the film addresses is the fact of like, oh, he should have taken the super soldier serum, but it's like, yeah, he should have. Like, I don't know why he didn't. Like, it's not going to make him evil, or it's not going to make him worse. The whole point of the super soldier serum, especially in the first Captain America, was that it enhances the goodness within a person or the badness within a person. And we know that Sam Wilson is a good person. So, like, he would be like Steve Rogers. He would, be a good person. I just find it weird how, like, the movie's like, oh, no, we can't give him the super soldier serum. But also at the same time, too, Sam's like, shit, I wish I took the super soldier serum. So it's kind of like, why didn't you give it to him? But also, too, the best scene of the film is the scene between Bucky and Sam. Like, Bucky has a cameo, and it's fantastic. And it makes you wonder why the hell he's, like, not in this film. Because he's so good. And then, like, another thing, too, is that this film was, like, played with reshoots. And you can tell most of the time, like, that Bucky scene feels like a reshoot scene. And it's such a good scene until they, like, kind of ruin the scene by making it a joke. And I'm like, that is the best scene of the film, but also, too, they had to make a joke out of it, which feels like authentic to those two characters' like interactions, but at the same time, too, that like moment is so like poignant and powerful, and then it does just feel like, okay, cool, yeah, Marvel humor, we're just gonna like break the tension, and I'm like, why are we doing that? Why? No, that's why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah, Anthony Mackie, Danny Ramirez as Julio, the new Falcon. I like him. I liked him in Falcon the Winter Soldier. And in this film, I do like him, but like, again, some of the writing for him is just a bit silly. The writing overall is a bit silly. Like, there are so many times where like news anchors are like talking and they'll speak so like informally. And I'm like, what is going on here? Do you not know how news anchors are supposed to like talk? Like, they mention like Betty Ross or something, like Bruce Banner's ex-girlfriend. And I'm like, that's not what they would say. They would say like an ex-flame or ex-romantic partner or someone that Bruce Banner was in a relationship with. They would make it sound more formal. No, oh yeah, Bruce Banner's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, Harrison Ford as General Thunderbolt Ross. Don't get me wrong, I love Harrison Ford. And there are times in this film where like, I really liked him. And overall, Harrison Ford is like good in this film. But at the same time too, there are times where I do feel like he's just playing Harrison Ford, which is not a bad thing. But at the same time, too, it's like compared to William Hurt, who was General Thunderbolt Ross, you do feel the difference. And it's like this whole movie, too, also feels like a weird sequel to Incredible Hulk, but at the same time, it doesn't. Like, we've just abandoned Bruce Banner, like, completely. And it's just weird. They don't mention him at all. But then it's like they bring back Tim Blake Nelson as the leader. We like get a cameo from Betty Ross, Liv Tyler. And it's kind of like, okay, we're missing the Hulk. This is kind of a Hulk movie, but it's not at the same time. And the thing is, too, with the leader, for example, he's like technically the main villain in the film. Tim Blake Nelson is good, but I don't love the design. I think the glowing green eyes are cool, but like they didn't make him like fully green, and they gave him some weird like tumor brain on the outside of his head. And it's kind of like, that's not really what the leader looks like in the comics. You had years and years to refine this, and it's not amazing, the makeup. But yeah. What else? Other than that, it's fairly unremarkable. Don't remember the music. Funnily enough, the Marvel Studios logos at the beginning, it's different. And I'm kind of glad, because it's like the movie just starts and goes straight into it, which is cool. Because I'm bored of the MCU logo. I hate it. It's so long. It's so self-indulgent. It's like, yeah, I know you guys are like the number one franchise in the world, but you don't need like an almost like minute-long logo. Like, chill, guys. Also, too, that theme song music is just annoying. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, and I didn't mention this in my Word Vomit podcast, but the post-credit scene for this film sucks. It's literally, Sam Wilson goes and sees the leader, and the leader's just like, oh, things are happening. Things are coming in the future that you don't know, but I know because I got a big brain. And as an audience member, you're just like, oh yeah, they're talking about Secret Wars, the things beyond the worlds and beyond the cosmos and stuff, yeah, where it's, far beyond our comprehending. They're talking about Doctor Doom and Secret Wars. Nah, according to the director, apparently the leader was talking about the Illuminati. Like, what? Who wrote this scene? This scene does not feel, authentic. It doesn't feel, like it's teasing the Illuminati. It feels like it's teasing Secret Wars. It's so vague, like, Huh? Oh, also, what was the point of that Sabra character? Like, why was she in this film? Like, this could have been anyone. Why did it have to be this character from the comics, especially regarding the current political climate? Because the film doesn't address anything to do with it. She's just in here. And her character wasn't really interesting either. She was just there to be a agent. And that's kind of it. And you kind of go, what was the point of having this be a named character from the comics? Specifically, that character from the comics. Like, why did it have to be that character with that explicit nationality, where there is no political commentary over the film, whether it be pro or against? What was the point? Like, this is just a random lady. And especially regarding current political climates, that inclusion, that was a bad choice. I mean, the character in regards to the film is, like, serviceable, whatever, but she's kind of irrelevant. Like, she didn't have to be in this film. And even if you still wanted to have that specific character in the film, it didn't have to be that character from that specific nationality. Yeah, to wrap this all up, those are my thoughts on Captain America Brave New World. It's a letdown. It's the worst Captain America film. But the thing is, I don't hate it. Like, in no way, shape, or form would I say that it's a great movie. Like, it is a okay, serviceable movie. And I also don't think it's Marvel Studios' worst film, but at the same time too, it's not great. Especially for a Captain America film. Like, this film should have been great. The Captain America films are great. And I feel like this film in particular kind of just was a disservice to Sam Wilson as Captain America. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Captain America Brave New World. What did you guys think about the film? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media, all the good stuff. Until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time.